Hi, hello everyone from B1 Engineering Placements. Today we are going to discuss about expected database management systems for program questions for InfiniQ qualifying round part 1. So here in this class mainly we discuss about the important questions of DBMS which will ask in InfiniQ qualifying round which will be held in the month of April 2021. Please watch my video. Please subscribe my channel. Please share to your nears and dears. The first question is information about a collection of students is given by the relation student info. The student info it consists of student ID, name, and sex. The relation enrollment it consists of student ID, course ID, gives which student has enrolled for or taken that course or courses. Assume that every course is taken by at least one male and at least one female student. What are the following relational algebra expression represents? Pi course ID of pi student ID of sigma sex equal to female student information. Here cross or join pi course ID enroll of here minus enroll. This is the given query which is given in this question. Here which one is suitable for this one? Here we see that. Here here we see that in first here first select student IDs of all female students. Select student ID say female student ID student information or student ID from all female students and select course IDs of all courses, course ID of all courses. Then the query does Cartesian product of the above select two columns from different tables. Next, finally, it subtracts enroll table from the result of above step B. So now here finally we get the courses in which a proper subset of female students are enrolled. That is the meaning of this one. Female students, first student ID to find, and the courses which is taken by these females. That enrollment we subtract from enrollment table. Finally, we get the courses which a proper subset of female students are enrolled. So option number B is the right answer. Next question. Consider the relation employee name, sex, supervisor name with name as key. Supervisor name gives the name of the supervisor of the employee under consideration. What are the following tuple relation characters query produce? Now here you see that E dot name of employee E and for all X negation of employee of X or X dot supervisor name not equal to E dot name or X dot sex is equal to male. Now here we see that this query selects all those employees whose immediate subordinate or sex is male. In other words, it selects the names of employees with no immediate female subordinates. It selects only males. So now here employees male supervisor. Here remember with no immediate female subordinates. So if it's no female subordinate, this is the right answer. So option number C is the right answer. Consider the table employee, it consists of employee ID, name, department, salary, and the two queries Q1 and Q2 below. Assuming that department 5 has more than one employee and we want to find the employee who get a higher salary than anyone in the department 5, which one of the statement is true for any arbitrary employee table? Select E dot employee ID from employee E where not exists. Select star from employee S where S dot department equal to 5 and S dot salary greater than equal to E dot salary. Next query 2, select E dot employee ID from employee E where E dot salary greater than any. Select the distinct salary from employee S where S dot department equal to 5. These two queries are given. Now, which one is true? This one. Now here we see that here E dot employee ID select from employee table. We select from depending on employee ID. We select employee. Where not exists, select from all employees S, where S dot department equal to 5. So department 5 select and salary greater than equal to E dot salary. The persons who have more than a salary, original salary, we select that one. So second query, select employee ID from employee table, where E dot salary, any select distinct salary from employees, where S dot department equal to 5. Distinct salary means the person who has different salary than other employees that belongs to department 5. So that means here we observe that this Q1 and Q2 almost all give the same answer. So option number C is the right answer. Next one. Which one of the following statements is false? Any relation with the two attributes is in BCNF. This one is the right answer. This is the correct one. True. A relation in which every key has only one attribute is in 2NF is also true. A prime attribute can be transitively dependent on a key in which a 3NF relation is also true. A prime attribute can be transitively dependent on a key in which a BCNF relation. This is false. So option number D is the right answer. Consider the following schedules involving two transactions. Which one of the following statements is true? S1, R1 of X, R1 of Y, R2 of X, R2 of Y, W2 of Y, W1 of X. S2, R1 of X, R2 of X, R2 of Y, W2 of Y, R1 of Y, W1 of Y. Now here the question is, which one of the following statement is true? Both S1 and S2 are conflict serializable? No. Here these two are not conflict serializable. S1 is conflict serializable and S2 is not conflict serializable. This is also not correct one. S1 is not complex serializable. So S2 is complex serializable. So option number C is the right answer. Let R be a relation instance with schema R A B C D. We define R1 equal to select A B C from R and R2 select A D from R. Let S equal to R1 star R2 where star denotes natural join. Given that the decomposition of R into R1 and R2 is lossy, which one of the following is true? So here, which one of the following is true? To find that one here. So let R be a relation state and schema is also given here. That consists of A, B, C, D. We define R1 equal to select A, B, C from R, R2 select A, D from R. Let S equal to R1 star R2. Where star denotes natural join, given that the decomposition of R into R1 and R2 is lossy, which one of the following is true? Now here you see that S is subset of R? No. R union S equal to R, this was also wrong. R is subset of S, R is subset of S. So here you see that this R value depends on here R1, R2 both select from R. So that means S is subset of R. And the R is subset of S. So option number C is the right answer. Next, let E1, E2, E1 and E2 be two entities in an ER diagram. A simple single valued attributes R1 and R2 are two relationship between E1 and E2, where R1 is one to many and R2 is many to many. R1 and R2 do not have any attributes of their own. What is the minimum number of tables required to represent the situation in the relation model? Here, here we see that how many number of tables we need. Now here E1 and E2 be two entities. R1 and R2 are two relationships. So even where R1 is one too many and R2 is many too many, R1 and R2 doesn't have any, do not have any attributes of their own. The minimum number of tables are required to use. So E1, E2, R1, at least here we need three tables. Option number B is the right answer. One entity table, two relations tables. Totally we need three tables. Next, consider the relation schema R equal to A, B, C, D, E, H, on which the following functional dependencies hold: A to B, BC to D, E to C, D to A. What are the candidate keys of R? Here, what are the candidate keys of R? Now here we see that candidate keys A to B, BC to D, E to C. Here A to B, EC to D, D to A. Now here clearly observe that A to B, BC to D, E to C. So again C to C here we get, so A, E, H or A, E, H, any one of this one. Next B, E, H, we get this one. Next D, E, H, we get this one. So option number D is the right answer. Consider the following log sequence of two transactions on a bank account with initial balance 12,000, the transfer 2,000 to a mortgage payment and then apply a 5% interest. T1 start, T1 be bold, T1 M old equal to 0, new 2000, T1 commit, T2 start, T2 be old equal to 10,000, new 10,500, T2 commit. This thing is given here. Suppose the database system crashes just before log record 7 is written. When the system is restarted, which one statement is true of the recovery procedure? Now here you see that we must redo log record 6 to set B. So log record 6 set to B 10,500 means it is wrong. We must undo log record 6 to undo is correct here. Undo again. Set B to 10,000 and then redo log records 2 and 3. This one is the right answer. Option number B is the right answer. Consider the relation enrolled student course in which student course is the primary key and the relations paid student comma amount where student is the primary key. Assume no null values and no foreign keys or integrity constraints. Given the following four queries, Q1 select students from enrolled, where student in select student from paid. Query 2 select student from paid, where student in select student from enrolled. Select E dot student from enrolled E paid P, where E dot student equal to P dot student. Query 4 select student from paid, where exists select star from enrolled, where enrolled dot student equal to paid dot student. Which one of the following statement is correct? So which one of the following statement is correct? Here find that one. So now here we see that first all queries return identical row sets of any database. No. Query 2 and query 4 return identical row sets. Query 2 select from paid student and select from enrollment. So paid students who select from the enrollment. Similarly here also from paid where exists select enrolled where the enrolled student equal paid student. Here also from the paid student who select the students who are enrolled. So both Q1 and Q2, Q2 and Q4 gives same thing. So option number B is the right answer. So these are the very important questions. This type of questions are very important for InfyTQ exam from DBMS. Thanks to everyone. Please watch my videos. Please subscribe my channel. Please share to your near and dears. All the best for your coming in Infosys InfyTQ exam.